Give light, and people will find the way. Give light, and people will find the way. Give light, and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Peace, peace, and people will find the way. Teach peace, and people will find the way. Teach peace, and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Sing together, and people will find the way. Sing together, and people will find the way. Sing together, and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. I am Dr. Kim Harris. So glad to be with you. I'm coming to you from LA. And so glad to see everybody. We got a double Kim morning today with Kim Harris and Kim Bothen, but we'll get to that in a minute. But just to say hello to everybody. Thanks, Aaron, for all your technical expertise. Hi, Susan. Good morning. And Marion from the UK. Yes. And Sue in Seattle. Yes. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham. And James, always glad to see you. And Nan in Michigan, good morning. Linda on Orcas Island, good morning. Megan, good to see you. Sheila and Bob and Dennis in Canada. And David and Elsie in Oakland. Caroline, DC, and in Silver Springs. Storm in the Zoomerverse. Kathy, uh, glad you're here. And Trish in Victoria, BC. Hoda in BC. Oh, we got a whole lot of BC folks today. Yes, yes. And Bob is Mabel and the Bears in Maryland. And Adele, thank you for being here. And Gary, hello, hello. Ariadna, Ariana in LA. Out here, we're having beautiful days out here. Let's see. Yep. Diane. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Gary. Glad to see you. And Martin, Nancy, and Jenny in the UK. Aloysius. And Bonnie in Boise. And Janice and Cricket. And Elizabeth and LMG. And Julie in Ontario. And Carolyn. Yes. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I believe 1831. Is that where we are? Woo. 1831.
1813.
1813. Now, see, I'm already pushing us forward. Thank you. Eight, day 1813 here on the incredible Daily Antidote song. And yes, a double Kim morning because we have Kim Bothen coming from Port Alberni in British Columbia. You want to take it away, Kim?
You did that very well. Thanks, Dr. Harris. Good morning, everyone. It's so lovely to be back here with you in this way. As you know, I come regularly to sing, but I also really love visiting you this way. And I won't talk too much at first because I know we all really love to sing. So once the lyrics are up, just by way of background, this first one is an original of mine called Jennie Down the Road. It's a true story. Jennie lived on Vashon Island, actually, where my husband lived at a time when the marriage was kind of struggling. Jennie Down the Road was a very welcoming, just had lovely warm arms to fall into sometimes. And this is also a song. This is the other meanings. The deeper meanings are just about being neighbors, which we are, of course, and supporting and caring for one another. So this is Jennie Down the Road. I'm gonna sing the chorus through first once and then I'll teach it. Jennie down the road wears green ribbons, twisted round and round, her silver hair so long. And Jennie down the road says, come on over. It's not too far and the coffee's always on. So I'll do that line by line. The verses that are listed there in your lyrics are that same melody, and it's likely I'll sing the refrain on my own, and if you can join in, please do. So it goes, Jennie down the road wears green ribbons. Jennie down the road wears green ribbons, twisted round and round, her silver hair so long. Twisted round and round, her silver hair so long. Jennie down the road says, come on over. Jennie down the road says, come on over. It's not too far and the coffee's always on. It's not too far and the coffee's always on. Let's do that once through together with the guitar. And then I'll just launch into the song. Jennie down the road wears green ribbons, twisted round and round, her silver hair so long. Jennie down the road says, come on over. It's not too far and the coffee's always on. Repeat that one and then we'll just keep going. Jennie down the road wears green ribbons, twisted round and round, her silver hair so long. And Jennie down the road says, come on over. Not too far and the coffee's always on. Jennie down the road says, let me help you. If you need a shoulder or a place to fall. Jennie down the road says, come on over. I know what it's like to lose it all. In a younger day there were precious dreams. She gave her heart, but she never lost her soul. And Jennie down the road says, I can help you. I know how to stand after a fall. Jennie down the road pulls on her blue jeans. She walks out down the road with her old dog by her side. She remembers all the laughs she's laughed and all the tears she's cried. The love she's loved, she remembers everyone. In a younger day there were precious dreams. She gave her heart, but she never lost her soul. And Jennie down the road says, come on over. I know how to stand after a fall. Let's go back to that first verse. Jennie down the road wears green ribbons, and twisted round and round, her silver hair so long. down the road says come on over. It's not too far and the coffee's always on. No, it's not too far and the coffee's always on.
Thank you. Thank you. I can
My
see how
pleasure.
that would feel like a comforting song because it's got a comfort to it. Now, did you say you wrote that?
Yep, that's one of mine. Yep, that's a true story. Yep. Yeah, thank you. I just always I have some memories throughout my life of a feeling that it's not too far and the coffee's always on. You know, that open door that is just so lovely to think about. And that was a helpful thing at a difficult time in my life, and something that I hope we all have in our lives, a few open doors for coffee whenever. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, indeed. And to have a song that kind of wraps its arms around you, that's what that song
Oh,
is.
thank you. Thank
Not
you.
to mention the
Yeah.
idea of the coffee or the teapot, that pot always on. I love that.
Yeah, that's right. It's a very warm feeling, and I'm thinking of my neighbors. I'm thinking of my neighbors to the south, and this strange time we're all in. We're a little alarmed here and a little on edge here as well, and so kind of extend the coffee's always on to my neighbors also. Yeah, I know that it's a difficult time for everyone, and kind of weird, and yeah.
Indeed, and
So
thank
singing
you.
singing together is just one of
That's
one of
right.
the ways through, and yeah, 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 yeah,
Sing together and people will find the way. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
speaking of
yeah.
singing together, please tell us about the Sky Song Community Choir. Now, do you have an event coming up with them?
We have a kind of an event on the first. I'm about to finish my third season. Actually, one of my teacher mentors is with us today, Dennis Donnelly from Victoria, who, I think you can imagine how it feels to be, performing in front of your teacher. But Dennis is just so wonderful that I just love that he's here. So, yeah, so just over a year ago, I've only lived in this small mill town for 3 years now, after many, many years in the big city, and started asking around pretty soon after I got here about the possibility, how people felt about a little community choir of our kind, and felt enough interest to launch in February of 20 wait, where are we right now? February 24. Yeah. And it's going quite well, actually. I have a pretty consistent number. We still do drop in. It's a model where the repertoire is quite broad. A lot of the material that we do gets shared here quite often. We have quite a bit, like South African freedom music was very big in the movement early on, and of course gospel's been a big influence. Social justice type, environmentalism, also just fun stuff. We laugh a lot. I have a membership that varies. We meet weekly. Membership kind of sways between 20 and 30 these days. Which is okay. The model lends itself well to being spontaneous, a lot of oral teaching. I've started to introduce some body rhythm. I have many beginner singers,
Ah,
who, the standard line is, I can't sing. I'm really shy of singing. I was told not to sing when I was a kid. All of the above. And
absolutely. And I'm sure there are probably many, many people in this room that have
exactly.
that
Yeah.
experience. And I know you've
Yeah,
got another song for us
I do.
also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And tell us just briefly about you're in a new group too?
Oh well, I've been working with some folks here in a band. I'm a country singer, and we kind of do country blues. There were 5 piece, and we have a little gig coming up on April 1st. Our first, we kind of viewing it as a almost a rehearsal, but yeah. So it's quite. We have a all of the musicians are much better musicians than I am. I'm sort of there holding down some rhythm guitar, but I'm surrounded by these amazing musicians, and I get to just mostly sing. So I love that part. Yeah.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
holding down the rhythm, that is very
Well, now we have an excellent drummer and an excellent bass player, so it's not all on me, but yeah.
well,
Yeah.
there you
Yeah,
go.
we're
Well,
called they're
okay.
called the
So you've got this other song coming up. So tell us about this second song.
Yeah, so I'm going to sing a country song since I'm a country singer, and I've always loved this one. So this is, I didn't know, it wasn't God who made Honky Tonk Angels. And it was recorded in 1962 by Kitty Wells. And that recording ended up to have a massive impact on music and country music in particular, but it really paved the way for many other female singers in country music at the time. The little background to this that I find really interesting too is this is during the McCarthy era, which was, one of the other great erasure periods in North American history that
Yes.
really impacted, of course, the industry that I spent my career in the performing arts. But I can't help but think that that was part of what paved the way for this song. In 1952, Kitty Wells recorded an answer song that was written by J.D. Miller in response to a song written by a fellow named Hank Thompson that said, "I didn't know God made honky tonk angels." And of course, it's about bad wives going out honky tonking and dancing and having fun. And so J.D. Miller wrote an answer song to that, said it wasn't God who made Honky Tonk Angels. And Kitty Wells recorded it. It was promptly banned by NBC, which was the big broadcaster at the time, and the Grand Ole Opry.
Ah,
And then it spent 6 years on the Billboard charts. And so I think she was the first female country singer to make it to Billboard, to the charts. And she received a Lifetime Grammy Achievement Award. And that song really is believed to have paved the way for singers, female singers who followed her. At the time, record companies didn't want to record females.
right.
And this song in particular proved that female recording artists and singers could sell. So paved the way for future first successors like Dolly Parton and Tammy Wynette and Loretta Lynn, etc. So really was groundbreaking, in fact. And
All right.
it
So what do you have for us to sing along with you?
so the chorus again. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, like you say in those words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single, and that has caused many a good girl to go wrong. So I'll sing that one. Did I have that written down, Erin? I can't see the chat, but that's what I wrote as the chorus on this one, right?
That it is.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll do the line by line thing again. Now, some of you might recognize that tune. It's been recorded. It's a really old melody, and the Carters I'm Thinking Tonight of My Blue Eyes on it, and Ray Acuff put The Great Speckled Bird on it. So I'm thinking the melody's pretty familiar. So let's just go real quickly line by line, and then we'll sing the song. So for me first. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, like you say in those words of your song, like you say in those words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. Many times married men think they're still single. And that has caused many a good girl to go wrong. and that has caused many a good girl to go wrong. So we'll do that one time with the guitar, and then I'll just launch into the song, and hopefully you can sing along. All of the verses are that melody. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, like you say in those words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single, and that has caused many a good girl to go wrong. Oh, as I sit here tonight, the jukebox playing all those songs about the wild side of life. And as I listen to the words that you are saying, oh, it brings memories of when I was a trusting wife. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, like you say in those words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. Sorry. There we go. Oh, it's a shame that all the blame is on us women. Oh, it's not true that only you men feel the pain. From the start, most every heart that's ever broken was because there always was a man to blame. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, like you say in those words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single, and that has caused many a good girl to go wrong. Well, that has caused many a good girl to go wrong. Yeah, that has caused many a good girl to go wrong.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
I just love to see all your smiling, bopping heads as I sing that. It's really lovely to see you all. Yeah.
Bopping heads and swaying shoulders and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So now tell us so the choir, what is the date of the choir uh, concert coming up?
Well, it's more like we're not a performing choir yet. I'm gonna I'm grooming the group, but we have done a number of quite successful and very fun social open houses where we just invite everybody. And I mean, I am an open door choir anyway. I do drop in all the time, and I've made it clear, or I try to make it clear to the community that anyone can visit, etc. But we do have there's an event at our venue on April 1st that we'll be part of. And so more of the community will come in, and we'll do a few of the songs that we've worked up a bit. And then also host a big sing along.
Big thing,
So,
yeah. Now, is
and
that
that's April 1st.
April 1st? Now, is that in Port Alberni?
That's right. That's in Port Alberni. So far, our host venue has been a great music venue, an old church called Shar's Landing. We're just about to change venues, but we've got a few more sings in that original venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And then where is your gig with the new group going to be?
same place, same date. It's a larger event that day. So yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh. So
yeah.
that sounds fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, this has
Yeah.
been great. So give us just a little bit more of that chorus about Honky Tonk Angels. Just a
Oh,
little.
you okay? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't God who made honky tonk angels, like you say in those words of your song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. That
Uh,
has caused many a good girl to go wrong.
Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. Huge
And thanks
pleasure.
to everybody that joined us for this double Kim morning on day 1813 of the Daily Antidote of Song. And let's see, who do we have coming up? Let's get this. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, tomorrow, Tret Fury. Oh, that'll be fantastic. Roberta Kern. Yes. And then Elena La Fulana. And then March 27th, Melissa James. Yes. And on March 28th, oh, somebody new. Yes. Music in the Macan. And another new person, Lisa Gutkin. Fantastic. And then Laura Hershkovitz, yes. And oh, yes, Roberta Kern is new as well. It is so great that we have people that are coming in and, more and more people being a part of this daily antidote of song. So, and once again, thank you to Kim Bothen. Thank you so much. Oh, it's just been great spending this time with you. And I'm gonna Aaron's gonna do the goodbyes because I'm heading off to church. So, but I'll be singing. At the church we can sing lots of different things. I mean, just at the bus down in Honky Tonk Angels this morning.
That's great. It's really
Oh,
lovely to have you, Dr. Kim. Yeah, yeah.
so take care. So thanks everybody. So I'll just jump off and say bye bye, and Aaron, you handle the goodbyes. Daily Antidote of Song 1813 is in the books. All righty, bye bye.
Bye bye, Dr. Kim. Thanks for coming in while you could. Thank you for wonderful hosting. And now it's time for us to say goodbye to everybody here in this room today. We were so lucky to have both Kims today. I think you're our only two Kims. Maybe I'm forgetting a few Kims of our song leaders and hosts, but I think you're our only two. We should see. Maybe we can collect some more moving forward. That's right. We have Kim Wallach too, so not our only
Yeah,
Kims.
yeah.
We can have more. There can
Triple
always be more.
Kims.
We can have more. All right. Thank you so much to Kim Bothen for our wonderful songs today. Those were so beautiful and so fun to sing. I love that Jennie Down the Road song. I mean, they're both great, but that song is that is so wonderful. I can't wait to sing that all day long. Thank you and goodbye to Susan in Cincinnati, Marion in Brighton, UK, Sue in Seattle, Clive and Ruth in Birmingham. Goodbye to James Arkless, one of our other song leaders, coming in from Maryland. Hope you're doing well. Nan in Michigan, Megan, hello, goodbye. Goodbye to Sheila in Florida, Kathy in Colorado, and Chico, of course. Annette in California. Goodbye to Bob in Albany, New York. Dennis, Donnelly, one of our other song leaders, fabulous, coming in from BC. Goodbye, goodbye. Bye to David and Elsie in Oakland, California. Cricket, adieu, adieu. Bye to Caroline in DC. Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland. Laris in the UK. Goodbye to Martin. Goodbye to Bob and Mabel and the Cinnamon Bears in Massachusetts. Carolyn in Boise, Idaho. Julie in Ontario, Canada. Goodbye to Anne in Silver Spring, Maryland. Diane in Puerto Rico. Gary in Massachusetts. Ariana, thank you so much for running such wonderful tech for us out of Los Angeles. Jojo, get where you're going safely. Our fearless leader driving in Florida. Thanks for that screen share. Goodbye to Nancy in Washington State. Jenny in Suffolk in the UK. Storm in Massachusetts. Aloysius in Massachusetts. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. Janice, goodbye. Bye to Elizabeth in California. Lynn in Connecticut. Martha in Oregon. Curly Tops in Vermont. Jane in Port Alberni, BC. I bet you're here to see Kim. I recognize that, Port Alberni. I hope that you come back another day and sing with us. All of you, it has been so wonderful to have you today on day 1813. Tomorrow will be 1814 on the Daily Antidote of Song. My name's Erin, and we'll see you then. Bye.